America has a very serious problem. Not only does America have a very serious problem, but our people have a very serious problem. America's problem is self-destruction. Headed for self-destruction. Self-destruction. Headed for self-destruction. Self-destruction. Headed for self-destruction. Self-destruction. Headed for self-destruction.
Well, today's topic, self-destruction. It really ain't the rap audience that's bugging. It's one or two suckers, ignorant brothers, trying to rob and steal from one another. You get caught in the mid. So to crush that stereotype, here's what we did. We got ourselves together so that you can unite and fight for what's right. Not negative cause. The way we live is positive. We don't kill our relatives.
Pop, 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 when it's shot, who's to blame? Headline, front page, and rap's the name. MC Delight here to state the bottom line. The black on black crime was way before our time.
Took a rough life with a knife as his wife. Cried because he died of trifling death when he left his very last breath. Was I slept, so watch your step. Back in the 60s, our brothers and sisters were hanged. How could you gangbang? I never ever ran from a and I shouldn't have to run from a black man, cause that's
self-destruction. Headed for self-destruction. Self-destruction. Headed for self-destruction. Self-destruction. Headed for self-destruction. Self-destruction. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro.
Funky fresh dressed to impress, ready to party. Money in your pocket, dying to move your body. To get inside, you pay the whole $10. Scotch tape with a razor blade taped to your collar. Leave the guns in the crack and the knobs alone. MC lights on the microphone, bum rushing and pushing, snatching and taxing. I can't understand why brothers don't be maxing. There's only one disco, they'll close one more. You ain't guarding the door, so what you got a gun for? Do you rob the rich and give to the poor? Yo, daddy-o.
Straight from the mouth of why and daddy-o. Do a crime, end up in jail, and gotta go.
Cause you could do crime and get paid today,
and tomorrow you're behind bars in the worst way.
Far from your family,
cause you're locked away.
Now tell me,
do you really think crime pays?
Scheming on taking what your brother had?
you little sucker.
You talking all that jazz.
It's time to stand together in a unity. Cause if not, then we're soon to be self-destroyed, unemployed. The rap race will be lost without a trace or a clue. But what to do is stop the violence and kick the science down the road that we call eternity, where knowledge is formed and you learn to be self-sufficient, independent. To teach the each is what rap intended, but society wants to invade. So do not walk this path that they laid. It's
self-destruction. Headed for self-destruction. Self-destruction.
D-Nice, break it down like this.
Children growing, women producing, men go working, some go stealing.
Self-destruction.
Yeah, self-destruction.
Self-destruction.
I was told niggas don't listen to this no more. You gonna see it.
And I'm a born again rebel. The bombs in rap must cease and settle. If we want to develop and grow to another level, we can't be guinea pigs for the devil. The enemy knows they're no fools because everyone knows the hip hop rules. So we gotta get it and grab what's wrong. The opposition is weak and rap is strong.
This is all about, no doubt, to stop violence. But first, let's have a moment of silence. Swing. This has been stated, re-educated, evaluated. Thoughts of the past have faded. The only thing left is the memories of our belated. And I hate it when someone dies to get all hurt up for a silly gold chain by a chump.
Word up.
It doesn't make you a big man. And to one and go and dish your brother, man. And you don't know that's part of the plan. Why? Because rap music is in full demand. Understand?
Self-destruction. Headed for self-destruction.
My name is Just Ice, a man, not a prankster. I was known as the gangster, but believe me, that is no fun. The time is now to unite everyone. You don't have to be soft to be for peace. Robbing and killing and murdering is the least. You don't have to be chained by the beast. But party people, it's time I release. Hey yo, here's the situation. Idiocy, nonsense, violence, not a good policy. Therefore, we must ignore fighting, fussing. Heaven's at the door, so there'll be no bum rushing. Let's get together because we're falling apart. I heard a brother shot another, it broke my heart. I don't understand the difficulty, people. Love your brother, treat him as an equal. They call us animals, I don't agree with them. I'll prove it wrong, but right is what you're proving them. Take heed before
You
I
know
make
them
the
stats hard now.
or we'll all be on our knees. Pray.
Heavy deep
in the heart of the matter. The self-destruction is served on a platter, making a day, not failing to anticipate. They got greedy, so they fell for the bait. That makes them a victim, picked and plucked. New jack in jail, but to the vets never duck. There's no one around, cause in jail you're a number. They never took the time to wonder about self-destruction. Yeah, it was self-destruction. Self-destruction. Yeah, it was self-destruction.
Yes, we urge to merge. We live for the love of our people, the hope they get along.
Yeah, so we get a song.
Getting a point to our brothers and sisters who don't know the time.
Boy, so we gonna ride.
Instead in your heads, you know our job to build and collect ourselves with intellect.
Come on.
To revolve, to evolve to self-respect. Cause we got to keep ourselves in check, or else it's self-destruction. Yeah, it was self-destruction. Self-destruction. Yeah, it was self-destruction.
We gonna keep it going. We got one more. I gotta play, man, real quick. People say that ain't no real, you know what I'm saying, conscious rap no more, man. Yeah, man, we gotta go. We gotta go and play this bit real quick.
GC Radio, Lancey Bo, the building, 707 FM.
I listened to some music and I felt something, man. And I couldn't think of it at the time, man, because this nigga don't always just pop up. I don't always listen to the nigga, but yeah, he one of them dudes, man. So shit, we finna let that man speak real quick.
FM, we got the GOAT, the Russell in the building,
Yes,
the
sir.
North Vallejo's finest.
Hey.
You feel me? That nigga ain't your favorite rapper, he gonna be your favorite rapper.
Right.
You feel me?
Real
But that's
talk.
what we do. We go down.
Facts.
We
GC,
going on mute.
baby,
Radio.
North shit.
Yeah.
You feel me?
End up making 2020 my bitch. All my niggas getting splits. And fuck your top 10 if I ain't make it on the list. Let's see who be around when it's 2026. Nah, that's the ego talking. I'm trying to learn to coexist. I can't always steer the ship. I don't always win, but I always take the risk. Dropped 100 songs, everything won't be a hit. They never cheer for you till it go over the fence. Never too convinced, I get off on the suspense. Cop the OnlyFans, just helping her with the rent. Shit breaking hearts have never been my intent. No, don't judge me, let me vent. I love pretty women that smoke weed and fuck well. I'm a walnut, yeah, that's me in a nutshell. I've been fucking hoes since Fonnie had the ducktail. Beat up Air Forces, peacoat yelling fuck 12. Rapping my ass off, still broke, I just got my cash off. Rocket on me, Fonnie next to me yelling blast off. I let it rip like I'm trying to take the tag off. Faux ply, you really ain't that guy, boy, your ass off. You ain't gotta be a street nigga to be a real nigga. You ain't gotta lie in your songs and say you kill niggas. I ain't trying to hear all that fake shit. I don't feel niggas. That's your big homie. Why you always with the little niggas? I don't understand. I probably never will. Haven't signed a deal. I probably never will. Tell your nigga chill. He aggressive off them pills. Help them get addicted, but won't help that nigga heal. Hanging out with rats that want to kill them when they squeal. It's y'all niggas for real. Everything about the bag. Came here with game, but ain't no set, ain't no rag. Niggas throwing signs to a set they never knew. Album full of verses, full of shit they never do.
Yeah.
Please put an end to it. Proper communication, that's how men do it. You know how much it hurt if you been through it.
Hey,
why would you put your next of kin through it? Cause niggas really die over auto-tune lies. Come to where you live just to kill you on live. Focus on yourself, we trying to establish wealth. Got it off the flow, then put it on the shelf. That's called feng shui. How you feel about yourself? Are you incapable or just scared to ask for help?
Yeah.
Shit, either way, get the fuck about your way.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get a bag and get the fuck about the bay.
Let's go.
Might not make a meal, but I damn sure made a way.
Let's go.
Put my niggas on and split the pie from every play. Don't think I'm the best because the type of shit I say. Nigga, I'm the best because I practice every day. 10,000 shots, I'm trying to retire pops.
Yeah.
And fuck bad bitches in my Crocs, no socks.
Let's go.
I'll shoot a cop before I ever kill a op.
Let's go.
I'll be dead before I be something I'm not.
Let's go.
With nothing left in me because I gave it all I got. Bitches Northside, GC until I rot.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
Get this man some water. It's too
Right.
hot. The mic is hot. Oh shit! I can't even. Shit! Somebody get this man some water.
Let's
Turn
go,
the air
baby.
on in this bitch. It's too
I
hot.
ain't done yet,
Too
man.
hot.
Before we
Told
get
you
to
these
talking
niggas
about
ain't
music,
ready.
man, I'm gonna put y'all on
Niggas ain't
some
ready.
shit quick.
They ain't ready.
You ain't listening
Right,
to this nigga,
right.
they better start listening.
Facts. He's never been on camera before, guys.
I don't know how to act.
Right.
I don't know how to act.
Facts.
Why don't let me do this?
The Imperium is fragile. The great houses fight for control.
Play. We finna play some of the greatest hits, my nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Hey. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey.
Let go. Let go.
African nigga in the European whip.
Okay.
Like we ain't come here on no European ship.
What you talking about?
Fuck your opinion, shut your European lips.
I feel that.
Money and murder, that's that European. I know better, I just hold my tongue.
Yeah.
Niggas yelling out total while I'm on my run. Happily wave back as I hold my gun. Yeah.
Okay.
I seen a lot of niggas die, they all look like me. Yo, your rights get denied when you look like me. Yeah, we both from different sides, but you look like me. I come to man in the mirror, never look like me. I'm familiar, quite peculiar. Do you know yourself? Are you tending to your garden? Do you grow yourself? Are you living in the past? Do you hold yourself accountable for all that's bad, like you owe yourself? A new life, a new bitch, a new you. Some new goals, some new hoes, a new crew.
Yeah.
You know them, you know us, and them too. You know who everybody is, but who you? I ain't trying to preach cause I hate that shit. But I see niggas dying and I hate that shit. Smiling all the time, I gotta fake that shit. I hate 20 shots, so I make that shit. Sharing all this pain for the income I could gain. Great granny was a slave, why would I ever cop a chain? Give us band-aids like that could ever stop the pain. Niggas used to hang for these songs that I sang. Niggas used to die for these pictures that I post. Niggas used to die trying to get a right to vote.
That's fact.
Liberty and life, they say we got a right to both. But we ain't have rights since they took us off that boat. Took us from our land and took our land from us. Cost an arm and a leg, they really took our hand from us. Threw us in them cages, taxed all our wages, taught us their religion, rewrote all the pages. Been this way for ages, threw us in them mazes, made it off them cotton fields, now we on the stages. Rapping about ass cheeks, we rapping about chains. Rapping about vengeance, we rapping about games. Rapping about oppression, we rapping about pain. I'm rapping about all that, I gotta share the blame. They rapping on a contract, they rapping for the fame. They rapping in the slave deal, we clapping while they hang. Dance, nigga.
Do that little dance you doing.
Do that little dance you was doing.
Yeah, big facts.
Hey.
Elevating growth.
Last year, I filed with TurboTax. This year, I need top-notch service without the turbo-sized price tag. Switching to H&R Block was quick and simple. It's easy to use, and I still get all the help I need. Now I know why 7.3 million other filers are using H&R Block online.
This one ain't gonna have no video for y'all at. Get something done, man. We're gonna get on Dr. Neely Fuller, man. Yeah.
Hey. Yeah.
Don't tell me it ain't no on positive hip hop out here, man. I need to scalp.
Stars.
Let go.
Hey. Having premonitions, visions of my own demolition. It's hard to stay focused on the mission when you ain't in the right mind and you could barely sleep through the nighttime. Feeling like you really need a lifeline. You let shit die and it haunt you for a lifetime. I don't think they heard me. You let shit die and it haunt you. How you handle guilt? You let it eat you inside. You starve this long to let it eat you alive. Them niggas say they love you, let them greet you with 5. Niggas get 8, you better get you a 9. Get caught with it, that'll get you some time. Unless your skin white, that barely get you a fine. Sometimes change won't even get you a dime. Watching a chain might only get you a dime. Always had the light, they finally brought the line. Had to open up, I finally flipped the sign. Come on in. Do you want to feel this pain, my nigga? Do you feel like we the same, my nigga? Are you so pressed to grow that you praying that it rain, my nigga? Can't even enjoy the sun without shame, my nigga. Leave the house and everybody know your name, my nigga. This shit is not the fucking same, my nigga. Ever seen your best friend on dope, nigga? Smoke weed all day, that's how you cope, nigga. Premonitions that you hanging from a rope, nigga. Ain't shit funny, but they want another joke, nigga. Ha ha, I'ma get the last laugh. Knew that I would blow, they could've dropped me over Baghdad. Seen Joe foaming out the mouth off a bad bag. Now I'm all over this beat like a bad tag. Barely feel whole, but shit, that ain't half bad. Barely feel whole, but shit, that ain't half bad. Man. Having premonitions, visions of my own demolition. It's hard to stay focused on the mission when you ain't in the right mind and you can barely sleep through the nighttime. Feeling like you really need a lifeline. You let shit die and it haunts you for a lifetime. Y'all not hearing me. You let shit die and it haunts you. This shit is not the same.
Man, it's real hip hop out here, man.
No demolition.
They gotta go find that shit, man. Real talk.
Yeah.
But man, let's get on to Dr. Fuller, man. Dr. Fuller, Dr. Neely Fuller Jr., man, who passed yesterday, man. Real talk, man. A real OG, man, in the game, bro. Shit, first off, man, let me play my Black History Month, you know what I'm saying? Shit, dog. But y'all, I know some of y'all, fucking Black History Month. Yeah, whatever, nigga. This is me all month.
Black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all. I'm blickety black, blacker than black, black, I'm blacker than black, yo, because I'm black and I'm back. Yo, I'm black and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blickety.
Real nigga shit.
Listen. If you do not understand white supremacy, what it is, and how it works, everything else that you understand will only confuse you. Now sometimes people say, well, you mean everything that I understand will confuse me if I don't understand racism? Yes, because racism is the dominant political and religious motivating force among the people of the planet in all 9 areas of activity: economics, education, entertainment, labor, law, politics, religion, sex, and war. That covers just about everything that any person, minute by minute, might be doing or engaged in any time of day or night, anywhere on the planet. If the question is, do white people now fear the white supremacists, fear genetic annihilation? I don't think so. Not now. That's why I call them white supremacists. See, once you get in a supreme position, you don't fear any annihilation, except if it looks like you're losing your power. Then you have that fear. Now, up to now, they haven't displayed where they fear that they're losing that power. Even though that I believe that they are losing some of it, but gradually. But as of now, they're right on top of the situation. So, they're just trying to maintain what they already have. Now, I base that premise on, if it came right down to it, they would have to make a decision. If they intend to retain this power that they have, which they now have, they have to make a decision as to whether or not they're going to do justice, in which case they do make themselves vulnerable to genetic annihilation. But I would say if the black people are intending to replace white supremacy with justice, then they don't have it. They shouldn't have that fear, but they still might have it. But if they believe that black people will not do the correct thing, in other words, they believe that black people do not believe in justice themselves, then they is nobody's going to stop them because nobody cares. Not even black people care if they tell the truth. Individual black people care. But generally speaking, black people don't really care what happens to black people because black people kill each other every day in large numbers and think that it's fun. That's the truth. Because the white supremacists have programmed us that way. In fact, we think that it's cool, particularly black males. Killing black males is almost a rite of passage. As far back as I can remember, right up until this day, it's been passed on. That is a ingrained a part of black culture. It's more of a part of black culture than anything else. Black people killing and mistreating other black people is a part of black culture. If you want a definition for black culture, that's just about it.
To amuse you is my only wish.
Gladiator 2 is an absolute triumph and now streaming on Paramount Plus.
The odds are against you.
So the white supremacists have no problem with that. Because they will be killing us and we'll be killing each other. So if they wanted to annihilate us at all, it would be a piece of cake. It would be a piece of cake. But there's a problem with it. Over the period of time that the white supremacists have been in business, they've become accustomed to it. Now, accustomed to what? To practicing white supremacy. And what is the purpose of white supremacy now? According to logic, from at least my viewpoint, and studies and observations, it's white supremacy. They're not after land, they're not after money, they have all of that. The idea of white supremacy is a value within itself. That's what they're riding on now. Now, if they kill all of the black people, then they're no longer white supremacists. And then they will have no longer a reason for existence, because they have made that their reason for existence. All of their movies, all of their folklore, everything that they do, every move that they make, proves that white supremacy is their reason for wanting to breathe, even wanting to get up in the morning. White people become lazy, really, when they don't have that adrenaline rush of practicing racism in one form or another. That's what keeps them going. That's what makes them get up real early before anybody else gets up. If they don't have that, they have no incentive hardly to do anything. Now this is based on evidence. Even when they talk about going into outer space, they are looking for people. What people? Well, their folklore tells us, look at Darth Vader, Darth Invader. Back in the 1930s, it was Flash Gordon looking for the clay people. Clay people meaning people made out of mud. That was in the 1930s. So it's always this thing, this driving force of racism. That's what keeps them going. That's their adrenaline. That's their cocaine. And if they can't have that, they don't see any point in being here. They've done everything else. All of the inventions. They could feed the whole world if they wanted to, with a snap of a finger. They don't want to do that. They like seeing people suffer. If the people are dark, they like to keep that pot stirred, like to keep it going. They cannot deny this. In fact, they brag about it. Turn on any television set, that's what they're bragging about. They like to tear up things, build things up to tear them up. They know how to build things better than anybody. But they like death. They like to see things die. Even when they nurse everything back to health, and they know how to do that, they like to kill it all over again. It's a perversion of what the universe is supposed to be about. And that's why we are having this conversation, presumably, that we need a better system. Got a wonderful planet here if we treat it correctly and treat each other correctly. But the white supremacists, as long as we have that doctrine, do anything to Now, some people have said they've seen some cartoons of my work on the internet that have been.
Man, I know Dr. Neely Fuller Jr., man, is definitely a handful, bro. A lot to take in. A lot to take in, man. It's not for everybody, man. You know what I'm saying? People not gonna like it. It's gonna bring out emotions and rage in you. When you talk about black people being prone to killing black people and shit. Shit, I don't think that's necessarily even the case. I actually disagree with him on that. I actually disagree with him with a bunch of what he done said. Man. But at the same time, man, this is a man talking in the 70s and the 60s and shit like that. Man, wrote most of his books, I want to say, then. So you have to take those facts into account, man. Like the man was coming up in a time where they were fresh off of like white supremacy. You know what I'm saying? So he was analyzing shit in that mindset because of what he was seeing all his life growing up in Jim Crow South. I mean, not Jim Crow. I don't even know where he was from, necessarily from. But hold on, let's give me a second, man. Hold up. We're gonna get to the facts, the nitty gritty. But there's not a lot about this man. It show where he was born. I mean, it show what year he was born, 29. But it don't show where he was born. Off facts, man. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of these people, well, some people will say, are the fathers of critical race theory. You know what I'm saying? They thoughts and they teachings and stuff like that, man. It's crazy that I can't even find a wiki page for Dr. Fuller. And I definitely believe the man was a PhD. But give me a second while I try to find that, man. It talks a lot. I can see shit about his work and his different theories and shit, but nothing about his actual birth, where he was born at. You know what I'm saying? Just show that he served in 2 branches of government, all that good shit, man. That's cool. I'm trying to get the whole facts. Like I wanna. And I was wrong. He wasn't in the whatchamacallit. He wasn't a PhD. But then, I mean, they do call him Dr. Neely Fuller Jr., though. You know what I'm saying? I don't, but it's hard to find any of this damn background on this nigga. And mainly because of the way he talking, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a little too salacious for most people. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that just call out, oh yeah, this shit is white supremacy. They doing this, they programming it through music, entertainment, television, saying all these things people don't really want to hear. Shit. It's easy to get erased, nigga. Shit. And this nigga has definitely done been erased off the internet, everything, bro. You got people who are only posting stuff about the man. Can't even reach his website. Mm. I digress, man. But we're gonna play some more of Mr. Neely Fuller Jr., man. R.I.P. to the man, dog. There's definitely not gonna be a show many gonna like. I see already. But it is what it is, man. Anytime I don't really post it or try to post anything about Neely Fuller Jr., man, it's always some shit, man. He got a message for you thugs, man. Let's go.
Building your online business? Go to Wix.com and set up your store on.
But you see them walking down, picking up the sidewalk, acting like they can whip everybody. Sure, they can whip somebody who looks just like them, because that's permitted. Permitted by whom? The white supremacists. They don't care. Kill everybody in the neighborhood. So what? There's another black neighborhood gone. There's another one down the street, ready to go. What's the big deal? You better be careful about whose space you get into when you get carried away with what you can do to other black people. And what's pitiful about it is most of us know that. Very few of us don't know that. We know whose space to get into. And we know just about how much backing we have.
Shame. Shame.
Black person in handcuffs. All kinds of tattoos. All kinds of long record for being able to whip everybody since 9th grade. Standing there in handcuffs in an orange jumpsuit in his best hairdo saying, "Yes, Your Honor." Why don't you use the kind of language toward Your Honor that you use with the people that you encounter right there in your neighborhood? The one that you say that you're a master over. The one that you can terrorize. All the females flocking to you and halfway scared of you. Knock them around all over the place. Call them all kind of names. Why don't you call Your Honor that same name? Snatch him from behind the bench. No. See, we're great show people. Great.
Yeah, I gotta agree with him on that, man. Shit, you can get booked with everybody in the world, but then go in a courtroom and be like, "Oh, Your Honor, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am." Nigga, you won't even tell people on the street, "Yes, ma'am, no, ma'am." They tell you stop selling drugs on the block. You tell them, "Shut up, bitch." You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. So I feel like, yeah, nigga gonna be thugging, man. Thug in the courtroom, thug on the police officers, all that shit, man. But shit, motherfuckers ain't ready to do all that. That shit a little too radical. That's a little too. It's making too much noise right there. That's all I'm saying, man. Shit, you can. Hey, it's a lot of shit. Like I say, I disagree with the man on, but at the same time, hey, man, he be on point on some shit, man. It's definitely worth listening to.
Greatest show people on earth. 3 9mm, one in your sock, one in your waistband, one in your side pocket, ready to take on the entire world in a movie, in a homemade video, or passing a bus stop full of black people fixing to go to work. Or you can terrorize them. Why don't you take on the champ? Which usually is just 1 or 2 white supremacists who just come and say, now, I think you better behave because you're disturbing my peace. Now, if you don't think I can handle you, try me. And I haven't been on this planet forever, but I've never seen a situation on a large scale, or never heard of one on a large scale of any significance throughout the history of the black male, because that's who I'm talking about, who didn't chicken out in a moment of real crisis. So I don't want to hear it in this stalwart Black History Month about that all-powerful black male, because I've seen our record, particularly in the last, I'll say, just in this area of the world, 60 years. And we've had a few who did things the way that they ought to be done. They protested in the street. They carried signs. They talked about non-justice. Martin Luther King, people like that. Fannie Lou Hamer, as a black female, backing up black males who got out there and tried to do something that made sense, rather than just terrorize the neighbors. And that's doing what we're supposed to do from the weak position that we have. Only time we show all this bravery is when we are mistreating other victims of racism. For the most part, some exceptions. Nelson Mandela, exception. Martin Luther King, exception. Malcolm X, exception. A substantial list, but well-spaced.
And I definitely don't like how he didn't name the Black Panthers. You know what I'm saying? Huey Pete. You know what I'm saying? Geronimo Pratt. You know what I'm saying? Bobby Seale. Shit. Eldridge Cleaver. I'm just saying, like, yeah, a lot more names he could have named. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that he might have had them in mind, just didn't name them. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? There's plenty of people that went against the what you would call quote unquote norm, black on black violence, thugging in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Gang banging and whatnot. Let's go.
Space. All those black males in between, usually the ones who are doing hard time. If you look at what they are charged with, most of it is mistreating, whether they're guilty or not, but most of it is for mistreating other prisoners of war, the race war, people that look like themselves, can't stand themselves and want to kill everything that looks like them and laugh about it. and call it an accomplishment. Now, I harp on this because this is one thing that should be real passe. As they say in the hip-hop culture, I think they call it whack. That's really whack. I think that's what they call it. Makes no sense at all, and has been embraced in every generation. Didn't just start. As far back as I can remember. Black male carrying the Saturday night razor. I'm going to cut me somebody before the night's over. Oh, yeah. Who are you going to cut? Who are you going to cut, Jimmy? Who are you going to cut, Mac? Well, I'm going over to the dance hall. Who's in the dance hall, Mac? I'm going to cut me somebody who breaks bad over at the dance hall. Who is it that's going to break bad in the dance hall, Mac? Somebody that looks like me. Somebody I probably went to school with before I dropped out. And they dropped out. So we meet up 18 years later. And we slash each other to death in the alley. And that's supposed to be a big deal and the purpose for being on the planet. Now, there are millions of black people who think just like that. And they are not all just in this area of the world. They are south of here, in places like Brazil. They look forward to that kind of foolishness. It's an old black tradition while we're talking about black history. That's a huge part of black culture. It needs to stop, and it needs to stop as of tonight. We need to do some thinking.
Let's go.
And then say enough of that. Been there, done that.
Yep.
Forget it. No more gang tattoos. I mean, who are we fooling? Who can we really whip? A very limited number of people. And certainly nobody who is smarter and more powerful than we are, particularly somebody who is really an army. A system of white supremacy. You know anything about taking that on? No, nothing. Zero. Better start tap dancing.
Trying to see if I can find a video of anybody talking about him passing.
Hey everybody, this is Mark Blanton, and this is
Dr. Latasha Blanton from the Real South Africa Travel and Tourism.
And we have amazing packages to Johannesburg, Cape Town, and Durban. So we would like to see you guys here. All you have to do is just go to our website, therealsouthafrica.com, and we'll make sure that your trip here is amazing.
See you here in sunny South Africa.
Are you a successful entrepreneur or
by exposing it?
Join us in standing.
Try some stuff on. Another black woman right there talking to me about things and saying how she liking the new dads over the old ones because the new dads are more involved, and seeing just a lot of black people working in Target even though they got rid of DEI. Just saying. All right. So tonight, ladies and gentlemen, most people know, or if you have not found out, the great master teacher Neely Fuller Jr. The brother passed away on the 1st of February. He has transitioned. He is, went to join, his great colleague, Dr. Francis Cress Welsing. And that is, both of them are icons in Black history, both of them. I always told you that Black history is being made every day. It's not just the figures of the past, but it's the current figures. Neely Fuller Jr. is one of the greats in Black America. And we definitely loved his teachings. I mean, he broke down racism, white supremacy to the letter, literally. If you haven't read his book, the book Breaking Down Racism, White Supremacy, the code, the whole title is slipping my mind. I got the book. It's just slipping my mind. Y'all know the book I'm talking about, the main book that he wrote, that big thick one.
breaking it down. I'm telling you, he broke it down. We're gonna play a video from him tonight, just to reiterate, some of the things that the brother was saying. Then we're gonna get into DEI, based on the numbers.
No, we're not.
If any black person is defending DEI after we go through this tonight, then you need to look at them like either you just don't know what you're talking about. Clearly, you'll know what you're talking about, or I don't know what's going on with you. But DEI did not benefit Black Americans at all. And then I have to pose a question to a lot of you who want to defend DEI, to the core. And we'll definitely get into that. So, also, ladies and gentlemen, it is Black History Month. And like I said, every day we're making Black history. And in honor of Black History Month, on the African Diaspora News Channel app, on the annual subscription side. So we are offering a 20% discount for the annual membership to the ADNC app. This would be a great month to take advantage of that. To get 20% off is only on the annual subscription, only on the annual. Take advantage of that as you can. And, it'd be great to get 10 of y'all signed up tonight. It'd be beautiful. People that did sign up on the annual, and some of you signed up on the quarterly, some of you signed up on the monthly. So and maybe somebody say, could you possibly take that down? Yeah, I'll take it down off of YouTube, but not off our app, because you got to literally pay to get there. It's a subscription base, and it is what it is. But hey, YouTube is one thing, but that's another. That's what we own and control. Nobody can't just tell us take that down over there. No, it's just not. It don't work like that. So any new shows that we're creating is all going there. Now, speaking about shows, South Africa, it's about to be really we about to mash the gas on Slay Queen. Oh, it's about to happen. So for those of you who want to see it, it drives you crazy. And some of the people that gets attached to this stuff drives you crazy. And unfortunately, some of the people that's kind of unfortunately loony, it's people in our own community. It's not even the white supremacists. I can tell you stories. I have not had no stories, no white supremacists messing with me. But anytime I've had issues, it's been people in my own community who I'm speaking for, fighting for, but they the one want to give me the problem. I would expect the white supremacists to give me the problem, right? But that's neither here nor there. So if any of you decide to create content, understand if you get in the news and politics, it draws certain people. And just be forewarned. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, welcome new members. Definitely on the YouTube. Definitely. You say Veronica, you say you're saving up for the lifetime membership. Yes, we do have a lifetime membership as well. So take advantage of that. Whenever you would like to get a lifetime membership, you can do that. And hey, we'd love to have you as a lifetime member. So, real.
Everybody be asking me, man, does the Bluetooth actually work?
Bro,
no, it don't.
You get a month for free.
Niggas say that's bullshit.
So quick.
Economics means that the use of time and energy. And the racists, when they looked around at the people that they classified as non-white, they decided, well, one thing, we will have domination over the way that they use their time and energy. And all of these areas of activity are interrelated. Mm-hmm. Economics is interrelated with education. Education is interrelated with entertainment. Entertainment is interrelated with labor, law, politics, religion, sex, war. All of these 9 areas are interactive. So if you're a white supremacist, in order to really be supreme, you have to get control over everything that people do in all of these 9 areas, if these people are classified as non-white. And of course, being a supremacist, the supremacist always does the classifying, not the victims. The victims cannot classify themselves without the approval of the white supremacists. So
now, that was our great brother, Neely Fuller Jr. Now, just that alone, you could literally do a whole stream on. But the one time I was listening to Neely Fuller, one time I was driving, and they had a white lady was asking him a question about, she wanted, like black men, and she wanted to be the black man, whatever. And we know Umar Johnson with the snow bunny thing and all the things that he say. And some of that's funny, especially when you see it on TikTok or whatever. But Neely Fuller broke it down so, like, even to the point that she got quiet. So he said that the issue that he had, he said, with especially, the people in our community being with the folks in that any kind of relationship in that manner. He said it had nothing to do with really love. He said really what it is that he said when y'all do what you do basically in the bedroom, when the folks get out the bed, they're not confused about white supremacy at all, and they're going to practice it when they get out that bed. He said, but the black person's going to be confused completely after the fact because they're going to be rationalizing and saying, oh, well, racism must be over because of what they're doing with me. Oh, they're going to be just so confused in the mind. He said they're not confused, but the black person's confused. And he just really just broke that lady down to the point she got quiet and said, oh, I kind of actually agree with you when he broke it down to her. I mean, that was like just eloquent. I don't know if some of y'all probably heard that, right? Instead of, the way Umar does it, like it makes you think. I like people that talk and then make you really think about it. And he didn't come at the lady aggressive. He didn't talk crazy to her. He didn't call her a name. None of that. He was very nice. But he just literally broke it down to the point that she had to agree with it, right? So if you got time, listen to a lot of what Neely Fuller says. He's definitely helped educate me. That's for sure. He's definitely one of the brothers that gave me so much game on racism, white supremacy. That's why certain things I don't even get upset about that the folks do, because if you understand racism, white supremacy, anti-black racism as a culture, then you won't even get mad about it. You won't get mad that they act a certain way with us. You won't get mad that they don't want to really hire us, because once you really understand, it's nothing to get mad about. It's like, okay, that's what it is. Now, how do you counter it? That's the key. You counter that. But what a lot of our people do, especially the Democrat Shields and the Boule, they still want to play the game when they already told you what the rules are. And if you play the game with us, if you're looking to get a job with us, if you're looking to do anything with us, you're not going to be treated equally. You're not going to be treated fairly. You're going to be at the bottom. You're not going to get what you rightfully deserve. You're going to be 10 times more educated and getting paid at entry level standard. And if you come into our situation
again, or behind all of this, they decided some time ago that they're going to have a large percentage of black males pairing off with white females. They made that decision in order to do what? Confuse. See, it's all about confusion. You dominate people best when you can confuse them. So they instigated, and they've started making all kinds of TV programs and all type of movies and in the songs and whatnot that will be written and put out there among the non-white people, among the black males and whatnot, all about black females being some type of species to be despised and to be beat up on and whatnot. And this is not new. It goes way, way back. I mean, because the white female has always been shown to be what? The it lady, the number one lady, the number one female of the world. Barbie is the number one female image in the entire world among non-white people. Barbie, the Barbie doll, as they call it. And of course, they have different types of Barbie dolls, but then they got one prototype that kind of, you might say, quote, unquote, outshines all the rest.
She set the pace, huh?
Yes, she sets the pace. She's the acme. See, and everybody knows what that is. Which one of the Barbies out of all the Barbies out here is the Barbie? I mean, the prototype. the number one? You know. Is it the one with the dark skin and the dark eyes and the kinky hair? I don't think so. But you be the judge. You take a look at how that works. And after all, the movie Snow White is still around. Just look at the title of the movie, Snow White. There's an old joke about the black person standing in front of the mirror. And it says, mirror, mirror, on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? And the mirror speaks back and says, Snow White, you black SOB, and don't you ever forget it.
Wow. Woo! Okay.
And there's a lot of sayings like that.
Yeah.
It goes way back. So, yes, in answer to the question, yes, this goes with the territory.
Okay.
Black males and black females are supposed to be at each other's throats, according to the white supremacists. All right. Now, they didn't put so much pressure on black people back in the old days when everybody was on the plantation. I mean, because it suited what they wanted. They wanted the black male. You had songs like, I got plenty of nothing. Nothing's plenty for me.
Whoa.
I got my gal. I got my song. Got nothing the whole day long.
Woo.
All right, but now that worked, okay? That did work for the white supremacists at that time. Why? Because you were restricted to the plantation.
Yes.
So a song like that would go over. In other words, my gal Polly Ann. I mean, I'm a steel driving man, and as soon as I get off from work, I'm going and look for Polly Ann. Now the white supremacists approved of that.
Yes.
But now that black people start talking about, we want not just the plantation situation, we want economic power. We want to be on an equal footing with the white people of the world, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Then the white supremacists took a look at that and said, oh, no, 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 no. Now, how am I going to handle this in the 8th area of activity when it comes to sex? Oh, what I will do now is I will exalt. I've been restricting these black males from being with white women for years. I've been lynching them. You better not even so much as even think about looking at a white woman in any kind of way that you would claim her as being yours. And I will string you up on a tree.
Yes, sir.
I will burn you.
Yeah, and I think that big time, and while a lot of niggas will go for the white women, not even now, you know what I'm saying? Because some of it is, people is growth. Niggas done grew and shit, and you know what I'm saying? And women done grew. But at the same time, there is always that little factor and of like this being the forbidden thing, the thing that you can finally, you know what I'm saying, have your hands on and shit. And I think that's why it was such a big case in the first place. You know what I'm saying? A black woman and a white man, you know what I'm saying, fighting to be able to be married and shit like that, man. Because it's always been that like forbidden thing. When you tell people they can't do something, it's always gonna be somebody that wants it. And shit. It run deep, like I say, Dr. Neely Fuller Jr., man, he come with it, man. It's gonna touch a nerve, man.
And drag you through the streets behind a truck.
Especially,
and they did that.
And still do.
Yes, but after the 1960s, they say, yes, but here's what. We'll control it, but we're going to release a percentage of the white women and send them deliberately after these black males, particularly the ones who think that they are on the road to success.
Okay.
I mean, and meet them out on that road to, quote, so-called success.
Well, Mr.
And then grab them and take them into the bedroom, and siphon them off from the black female and have them have contempt for the black female. And then that will breed in the black female contempt for the black male, and then she will go chasing after white men.
I see.
All right?
Bringing about confusion.
Then we got confusion here.
Yeah.
And we got it on a mass scale.
Right.
But we will control it.
Okay.
We will only allow so much of this.
Well,
all right?
But yeah, man. Dr. Neely Fuller Jr., man, was a very complicated person, man. Something that people, not a lot of people gonna like, man, at all. But at the same time, man, he spoke from a place of, you know what I'm saying, growing up from the Jim Crow South to the beginning of the Civil Rights Movement and to the beginning of Black people being able to forge their own path, man. And I think that he saw us succumb to a lot of traps set before us, the gangs, the individualism, all that shit, and seen us become sometimes our worst enemy, you know what I'm saying? And he had a lot of words for it, man. I don't think that should piss you off. And white people, I don't think this should piss you off either, unless you're a white supremacist. But at the end of the day, man, shit, R.I.P. to Neely Fuller Jr., man. A real one. Shit, one that told it like it was, even if I disagree with him or not, man. He told it like he was and how he felt and how he seen it. And shit, the growth was never gonna, you know what I'm saying, be, you know what I'm saying, found unless, you know what I'm saying, we got rid of the white supremacy. That's one thing that I do agree with him on. Every aspect to his diagnosis that he comes with, I'm not gonna necessarily agree with it. I don't give a damn who you date, nigga. Are you trying to push Black people forward, or are you cool with shit the way it is? You think we got enough? You just that's all that matters to me. Is how do you see it? You think that we got everything we need while we still complaining, or you see that white supremacy still holds true, still rings loud in today's society? If you see that shit like I see that shit, then guess what, homie?
Black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all. I'm blickety black, blacker than black, black, I'm blacker than black, yo, because I'm black.
Yeah. You right there with us, man, and we can start fighting for Black power, man, and building that shit up in unison. But if you don't, and you feel like we got everything we need, man, we all good, we don't need all that shit, then, hey, man, hey, I hate to tell you, but
You were cool like Condoleezza Rice. You were cool, can't forget about Kanye.
because you done bought into the bullshit in the system, man. The system that tell you that shit, all you got to do is be exceptional, exemplary. Don't worry about everybody else. Worry about yourself. You know what I'm saying? That shit gonna lose you every time, bro. It's always taking a collective. Even white supremacy need a collective. So I always understand that, man. But for y'all who's coming in now, man, nigga is leaving. So again, R.I.P. Neely Fuller Jr., a real one, man. Not always liked, but definitely told it from his perspective in the most authentic form possible, man. Salute to him, man. Rest in power.